It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bisons and the Condors, next on Madden Football.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Condors of Tokyo taking on the Bisons of Brooklyn. Hi again, everyone, with Charles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, Thompson-Robinson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Amari Cooper, 10 yards on the pickup.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 7 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Thompson-Robinson now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Thompson-Robinson here from the gun. Caught here by Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
On second down, here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 133 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Tokyo.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Chubb running to the wide side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. When you look at this defense, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, It has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Condors.
Throwing is Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard
The DTR going to throw it here. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. Brought down at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. York able to send this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Condors.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think about trying to dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're... Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 6-yard line.
Thompson Robinson now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And Chubb will try the middle here. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. Here's a diving catch right side. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. First down, here's Thompson Robinson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They go with Chubb on second down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10.
It's third and 10.
To throw is DTR. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Cade York on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Gain of 14. And the Tokyo first down.
To throw again is Jackson. It's caught. Beckham.
Jackson's pass complete to number 3, Odell Beckham.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 42-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Foot or so wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They set up the screen to Chubb. Shedding through the defense. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin out in Houston, and they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Quarterback Sam Howell with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. KJ Osborne, a touchdown reception. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Play action, now Thompson Robinson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Thompson Robinson here from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On 2nd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To about the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They begin this drive with Chubb. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And now a throw-in first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And able to get this to the 31.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd down, Thompson Robinson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Felton. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Going for it. Thompson Robinson. Flushed out. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dorian Thompson Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bisons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just no way to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson now to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing, Thompson Robinson.
In trouble, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
And this returnable for Hill.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Nice move at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Jackson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
But if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that will keep this a 12-point game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
First down, here's Thompson Robinson.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bisons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Over the middle to Beckham.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw again is Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Jackson will throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together? And it's
caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Condors are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And again, it's Chubb.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 73 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
A run for Nick Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 15. 1:44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Throwing, Jackson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Jackson. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. Now second down and a few inches. Now Jackson.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. From left side, hauled in by Pickens.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right. And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for Brooklyn, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Tokyo,
they'll drop down to 1-3.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.